Welcome back, everybody. Sportsbook Review. It's Thursday, December 1st. My God, this year has flown by.
Can't believe it.
It's another episode of the Puckheads. I am joined with Dana Lane out in Las Vegas and, of course, Scott Carter right here in the studio. All right, last show, wow. Dana Lane, 1-0, knocked it out. Scotty, you had a bad beat and went 1-2, but the one total, you definitely nailed that one. I had Chicago on the puck line. They got the win, but certainly did not cover that puck line, so it's a bounce back day for me. I'm looking forward to it, and let's get started with Dana. First and foremost, how's everything out there in Golden Knight country, Dana?
Everything is great. We're really excited for the NHL to come here, and we're very excited for the draft, the expansion draft next June. So all is well.
Okay, fantastic. Well, look, you're coming off of a nice win. Let's get started with you. Where's the value tonight for our viewers to cash that NHL ticket?
Yeah, I'm going to go crazy today, Mike. I got 3 plays today, which is uncharacteristic, but
keep that up. You're liable to have a cappers only meeting with Pete Loshak, and there's a story behind that one. So
okay, well, I haven't talked to Pete in a long time, so that's fine. I saw 3 games tonight that fit within the parameters of what we're looking for, and the first game is the Florida Panthers. We're going to go right back to them, and I know a lot of people are saying, well, that's silly. I mean, there's a team in an influx right now, and Gerard Gallant, of course, got fired the other night, but to me, that effort against Chicago told me a lot about that team, and as far as the grit that they have. So we're going to go right back to them tonight at minus $1.10 against a Detroit Red Wings team that I don't hold in high regard at all. Florida is 2-0 against Detroit already this season, one of the few teams they've had consistent success against. And in fact, one of those games, Mrazek was pulled after allowing 4 goals. So I feel pretty good going with Florida tonight, minus $1.10 on the road against Detroit.
Yeah, and obviously the books are feeling, pretty good about it too. They're favored on the road like that. I like your breakdown because it showed a lot. It showed some resiliency with that team, the battle that they put up in Chicago. So I think that probably springboards into today. Scotty, let's get started.
He must have been looking at my notes.
Oh, here you go again. I noticed this little pattern that's happening.
He must have been looking at my notes because 4-1 they lost 4-1, 5-2 against Florida. Detroit did, so that was one of my picks as well.
Okay.
Florida, I had them at minus 105, but minus 110, fine, I'll take it.
So you're going to take Florida minus the 110 as well.
12 games today as well on the schedule, so I'm going to give you a breakdown of all 12 games today. I'm going to sit back for the next hour.
I don't think that's going to happen, but anyway, you got my attention there.
Florida minus 110, I like that pick too. For everything he said, he could have just read my notes exactly.
All right, well, here, I'm going to get started with my first pick because it's a bounce-back night, and there's a puck line that I love, and I want to get you all's opinion on this. Now, I don't just jump on high-favored teams where the public's on. I break it down and I look. And right now, I think, honestly, the 3 of us, and throw Dennis on the line, all right, we could score a goal against Buffalo. And Lundqvist is 6-0-0 with a 2.05 goals against average in his last 7 appearances against Buffalo. I think this is a no-brainer. I think the Rangers come out, and I think they absolutely manhandle this team. I think it's a puck line win by more than 2 goals. And I found it at plus 230 at 5 dimes. So with that being said, Rangers plus 230 on the puck line. What do you all think of me?
Well, that team, Buffalo's got one of the best goals against averages in the NHL. Those 2 goalies are one of the best 2 goalies in the NHL. So that's
but they have zero offense. So those goalies. Well,
they got Eichel. Eichel came back last game, right? He had a goal and assist his first game back. I looked at that one. I don't know. What do you think, Dana, on that game?
Well, I will say this from a Buffalo standpoint. When Jack Eichel gets back on the ice, they're a completely different team.
Huge.
This is certainly a game that I would stay away from just because when you get a superstar back, I have a tendency to kind of stay away for 2 to 3 games. But they definitely skate with a lot more confidence. There's a lot more wide open ice. Their power play is night and day compared to what it was before Eichel. So he makes a huge difference with that Sabres team. Let's see if when they step up in competition, as they'll have to do here coming up in the next few weeks starting tonight, let's see exactly what we have with the Buffalo Sabres.
And for me, it's early in the season, but I see a team that's fallen under the same pattern as years past, except for a couple of years. But this is a team that usually gets itself out of any playoff race very early and often. And here we go again. It's total wins. They're not putting up a fight.
I mean, there's good value on your pick for sure.
No, and
it could happen.
Again,
it could be a one-goal game.
Hey, I might lose 5-0 the other way, but you know what? I feel good about it.
That's what you have to do. Go with your feeling, and you
exactly,
could be right.
Exactly. I think it's a good one. All right, Dana. With that being said, you're going crazy today, so let's prove it with a second pick.
We're going to take the LA Kings minus $1.35 against Arizona.
He's crazy. He's done gone crazy, everybody. No, I'm just kidding.
I think he said he's never going to take the Kings again all year, but I guess that's so much for that. Okay, anyway, go ahead.
Yeah, I don't remember that, but, what's amazing...
Dennis, find that tape.
Yeah, find that. And what is incredible about what the Kings have done is I remember even on our radio show when Jonathan Quick went down, we said, they got to go make a trade. And that's why we're not in management, because they said, we're happy with Budaj and we're happy with Zakhoff. And those two goaltenders, especially Budaj, has been everything they wanted him to be. In fact, don't look now, but the Kings are a couple games over 500, and I don't think anybody would have thought that would have happened when Jonathan Quick went down. Remember last year that the Arizona Coyotes had an extreme amount of shoot.
It's all right. Extreme amount of what? Because that team is definitely in trouble right now.
Yeah, they had an extreme amount of success is the word I'm looking for against the Kings last year, winning 3 of the 5. But the 2 that the Kings won was in Gila River, where they're extremely comfortable in playing. And last night, obviously, they lost. And one thing that a team wants to do is after a tough loss, especially a loss to the Sharks, their arch rival, is get right back on the ice. I think they take it out in Arizona tonight.
Yeah, what was that line again on that?
The best line that I just got 5 minutes ago is minus $1.35.
Yeah, and again, when I say crazy, I was just kidding because I looked into this game pretty deep. I think it's really probably a sharp pick. I wouldn't be surprised if.
And Eric Larson, the defenseman, I think is injured as well, right? I don't know if he's playing tonight, so that for Arizona, so that could be a good bet.
Yeah, coming off a loss against San Jose, absolutely they're going to be pissed off, and there's no better remedy from where they're going. That's for damn sure, because that word success is not spoken often in Arizona with the way the Coyotes are playing.
If I bet that game, I would have bet the same.
I might even jump on there by the end of this show.
Yeah,
all right, Scotty, hit us with your second pick. I like that breakdown, Dana.
Yeah, me too. Good breakdown for sure. Okay, I'm going to go with the Canucks. I took them on if you saw my Twitter. On Monday night, I picked them plus 121 away.
They're playing a little bit better. They must have been watching our videos.
They played awesome. Mm-hmm. I mean, that was an awesome game. If you watched that game, if anybody watched that game on Monday night against the Wild, you have the Wild shirt on Tuesday night. Sorry, they beat them 5-4. They were down 2-0 early. They scored 4 quick ones.
Hell of a lot of goals in that game.
And it was a great game. And that it's a young team with a lot of good young players learning to sort of play with each other now. Their big off-season acquisition starting to play well now.
What's your thoughts on that with the over then tonight?
That's what I'm taking. I'm taking over Anaheim minus 110, over 5 goals, and I'm putting 3 units on this sucker. I think it's going to
over 5, and that's
minus 110, 3 units on this.
And that's Canucks and Anaheim.
Canucks and Anaheim, yeah.
Okay, so you're not doing a side.
No, just a straight bet on the over.
Okay,
I think it's going to be a high-scoring game, 4-3, 5-4 type of game again. And
well, like that breakdown, you nailed that last one. Your one breakdown was absolutely perfect. All right, so you got your second pick. Tell you what, I'm rolling with another puck line, and I just think right now there's a vulnerable team, and you'll kick them when they're down. And I think Holtby is going to have a nice game tonight because the Caps are off a loss. There's another team, like Dana said, they're pissed off about coming up, that loss that they had. So they're going to be hosting the New York Islanders. It's not a huge return, but if I could take 35% of the principal from the bookie, I'm going to do it. I look for this to be like a 5-2 type of game. I love the Caps on the puck line plus 135. Dana, what are your thoughts on that one?
Oh, I agree with that as well. I mean, that's a good spot. I looked at that as well. The Islanders, a huge win last night against the Pittsburgh Penguins.
They're second in a row now. Yep, they've won 2 in a row. Yep.
Right, and then now you're asking them to come back and beat probably the second best team in the East. I just don't see that happening. I'm not a huge fan of Jack Capuano. I know there's a lot of rumors about the potential of him coming to Vegas one day, but I don't like the Islander teams. I just don't think they have enough speed yet. And when you don't have speed playing a team that does, on back-to-back nights, I just don't think that's a good formula for victory.
Good deal. Yeah, I like that. I wouldn't be surprised.
Johnny Boychuk's having a great year, though, in the defense there. He's playing really well.
Yeah.
But, yeah.
Again, there's just too many other factors, and I hope he might get him a little shutout tonight. All right, with that being said, Dana, hit us with your third pick.
Well, we're going to go to the same team, or same game, rather, with Anaheim and Vancouver, and I'm going to be on Anaheim tonight because I know what's happening here. A lot of people in the betting business, we just see what we just saw, and we just take that information and bet the next game.
And it doesn't matter if a guy in the studio, it's his favorite team. Hell, we're going to take advantage of that too.
I'm not saying they're going to win. I'm just saying it's going to be a high-scoring game.
No, I'm just giving you a hard time, by God. Somebody's got to keep you on your toes. All right, Dana, go ahead. Break that one down again.
Well, what we just saw was Vancouver putting up 5 goals against the league's best defensive team. And, of course, Vancouver's the worst offensive team in the National Hockey League. And the one thing with young teams is the one word you could always apply to them is inconsistency. Mm-hmm. And we've seen, hills and peaks and valleys with Vancouver this year. I just don't know if they're in a position right now to go up against one of the heavier teams in the league and have success. I think $1.40 is a pretty generous price. And I know with all these young kids playing for Vancouver now, I just don't think that they're going to be as successful against the heavier teams. I still think that their line combinations are not where I would like it to be. And at $1.40, I'm more than willing to take a shot with the Ducks tonight. Let's not get excited about Vancouver's offensive output right now.
Gotcha. Now, where's that game being played?
Vancouver.
In Vancouver.
Ooh, man, that's a heavy line as a road favorite like that. Wow. Okay. I like that breakdown, Scotty Carter. So no matter what you think, I like that one. All right, Scott.
With all these guys.
Yep, there you go. There you go. All right, Scott, you have another pick?
Yeah, last one. I got. I'm gonna. If you watched the game last night, Pittsburgh was down 3-0 against the Islanders. Came back in the third. 3 quick goals. They lost it with like 20 seconds left, and then empty net goal. Lost by 2. Dallas, they got some great offense, terrible defense, and the goaltending, I'm not convinced. And I think Pittsburgh's going to come back
roll
tonight
off of that.
And roll. Not the win, though. I'm taking the over 5.5, minus 110. I think it's going to be a lot of goals by both teams. Maybe
over 5.5?
Over 5.5, minus 110. I'm putting 2 units on that game because I think it's going to go way over.
Okay, Pittsburgh's playing again.
Pittsburgh's playing again against Dallas Stars.
Dallas, okay, okay. All right, no, I like that. And again, total seems to be an avenue that you're cashing some tickets on. Hey, viewers, don't forget also you can find Scotty on Twitter at Canuck Carter and also Dana Lane at Dana Lane Sports. So take advantage of that. These guys are very active on Twitter. And
I'll definitely be posting some more picks about some more of the games. There's 12 of them, some first period totals as well.
All right. And another thing, guys, bowl season is coming, and after this week, we might be adjusting the schedule. We've had a lot of requests for another Puckhead show, so I think we're going to give them what they want, guys. So I'm going to gather up with my team here, the Puckheads, and we're going to figure out what day we can add another one to the schedule if Dennis allows it. Last time that was brought up, he did come to work the next day with a shotgun. So
people bet on bowling?
They bet on bowling once in a while, yeah. Yeah, the Puckheads. Wow, you know what? I can't wait till you get the hell out of the studio. All right, hey, Dana, I've got 2 picks. Dana's got 3. He went crazy. Scott Carter's got 3. He's already crazy. So with that being said, guys, thank you so much for tuning in. And viewers, we're going to get it done, all right? We're going to cash these tickets. This is the Puckhead Show. Stick with us. We're going places. Dana, Scotty, have a great day.
Can't believe they have ice in Vegas. It's amazing.
Do your research before you bet. Check out our ratings guide to see which books have the best ratings and sign-up bonuses. Open up several accounts. Shop for lines at sbrodds.com. Always be ahead of the game.